Alright, so we are headed to play basketball. Another rainy night in Southern California. What the hell is this thing coming down from the sky? We don't know nothing about this. It never rains in Southern California. That's what they told me. We are running the latest version of FSD. Finally, the Cybertruck has V14.1.7, and yeah, I'm trying it in the rain. I've already gotten some notifications that it did minimize the maximum speed. We are doing standard profile, and it's doing its best. I'm getting a lot of notifications about the cameras being like it needs to be cleared, but that's normal. The Model Y gets that notification too these last few days because of that rain. But the wiper has been working overtime, and that's what I've noticed with the latest version, or the latest update. I've noticed that the wipers, when FSD is enabled, like it's running like on not really maximum, but faster than usual. So that's what I've noticed so far. But at least the Model Y so far has been handling the weather, the crazy weather, fairly well. We're gonna see how it works. I mean, so far it's been very helpful, because it's difficult, as you can see through that windshield. Like, it's raining fairly hard. I mean, Seattle's probably looking down at us like, man, that's not what you call rain. But yeah, California doesn't get that much rain, and when it does, my goodness. So FSD is really helping a lot in this weather, and I trust it enough to drive. But I am like ready to take over. I'm always ready to take over, but my hands are on the steering wheel, unlike on sunny days, since allowing us to no longer have a hands-off approach to the FSD. Allows us to be hands-off. I rarely put my hands on the steering wheel. But with this weather, I'm like, my hand, at least one hand's on the steering wheel. So, gotta always be ready. Yeah, see, so that camera visibility limited, see, you can see that right there? I'm getting that notification a lot. So, why is it trying to get on that lane? You don't need to be there. Standard profile wants to be on the lane 1. I don't know. But yeah, it's very helpful with the bad weather. It's assisting me in driving. In some areas, these lanes, the lines are really hard to see. So yeah, but FSD V13 to V14 has been very, very impressive. Yeah, so right now we have a notification. FSD supervised may be degraded, poor weather detected. So there's many different notifications popping up because of the rain and the weather conditions. But I mean, so far it's been handling it pretty well. It's smart enough to lower the maximum speed, because each profile has a set maximum speed. Now what I've noticed is if you go up one high and lower it, it actually stays within that speed limit. It doesn't lower itself, unlike before. So if, let's say, you're on standard and it's driving a little too slow, bump it up to hurry, then drop it back down. Once you hit that speed limit that you like, bump it down back to standard, and it stays that way, and it drives a little bit quicker. Because sometimes on standard it still likes to linger on the left lane. At least that's what I've noticed in the Model Y. Again, this is like one of the first times I'm driving the Cybertruck with FSD V14 enabled. I don't think it's detecting the lane. Come on, bro. It was oh shit, it can't really see the lane that well. I have to assist it a little bit. I'm like double checking the screen, and I'm looking outside, and it was writing the left lines of the lane a little bit. Now it corrected itself. One of the other difficulties when it's raining is the glare from the street lights or the stoplights will reflect off the ground, and it's hard to see the lanes. But the way FSD cameras work, from my understanding, is it'll detect one of those lanes, and if it can't detect the other side, it's going to use measurements. You know, if the lines are faint, it's going to either detect one of the lines or detect the center, and it's going to measure. At least that's how I think it works. So don't quote me on that, but it has some calculations like that, because I've noticed in some places where the lines are faint, or it only detects one line, it still knows how to draw the other line. So it's a very smart system. All right, so we have a lane closure ahead. It should be able to detect those arrows, and you better change lane, bro. You better change lane, bro. Do we need to change lane, bro? No, we don't need to. Okay. Oh, it is gonna change lanes. It did detect. Oh yeah, this lane is gonna be closed too. So the left two lanes had cones, and yeah, and this lane right here actually goes to left turn only. So it detected that, and it went into the correct lane where I needed to go. So there's construction here. This is not like a GPS where it learns off of GPS notes and stuff. So those are like temporary lane closures. So it's reading those signs and using the AI to determine what needs to. Okay, it's slowing down because it's thinking there's a light there, but the lights are not functioning. And also I think it detected that there's a lot of water accumulation on the road. I mean, it's not enough to cause hydroplaning, but if it was traveling faster. Oh look, see this? The car has hazards. It changed lanes. You saw that? That's pretty cool. So it was somewhat of like an obstacle. It detected that the car in front of us in the same lane had hazards, and it switched lanes. Okay, now they turned off the hazards. Okay, this car in front of me is the one that had the hazards on earlier, and it changed lanes. The trunk popped open. What is it doing? Okay, what are you doing? I had to take over because you needed to do something, and it went like the Cybertruck didn't know whether to give it room or not. The trunk just popped. That was the car earlier with the hazards on, and it threw the hazards on again, and the Cybertruck's like, it changed lanes because it detected that it was traveling slower than it should be, and it changed lanes. But then when that Corolla threw the hazards on, the Cybertruck is like, are you gonna change lane? Are you not gonna change lane? So it got a little confused. It kept hitting the brake a little bit. So I had to take over. And yeah, so those are like those little things. I'm glad I was able to capture that. All right, we are running late as usual, Filipino time, but I'm gonna end this video here. I'm recording it with the Meta glasses, the Oakley one, so hopefully it's not too disorienting, because I do have to supervise the FSD and I always got to look around. So but yeah, we are almost to our destination. It did a pretty good job of driving me to my destination. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think. If you've tried FSD V14 in the rain, let me know what your results are, your experiences. But so far, I mean, you know, it's been pretty good. It's still not perfect, but I think like it deciding things, decision making and all that has been pretty good. It still does linger in the left lane, not as much as before, but you can manually just flip your turn signals, and yeah, it'll change lanes for you. If it doesn't, just nudge the steering wheel a little bit and it will begin to change lane as long as it is safe. But thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.